England's hero king, Henry V, greets his troops at the Battle of Agincourt nears. The odds against the English are overwhelming. The French outnumber them 5 to 1, and the French troops are fresh, while the English are hungry, tired, and sick. But in a memorably inspiring speech, King Henry rallies his troops, who then win one of the greatest victories in military history. By the way, Crispin and Crispin were brothers and early Christian martyrs. The Battle of Agincourt took place on October 25th, 1415, the feast day of Crispin and Crispin.
Fighting men, they have full 300,000.
There's 5 to 1. Besides, they are all fresh.
God's arm strike with us. 'Tis a fearful odds. God be with you, princes all to my charge. And if we no more meet till we meet in heaven, then joyfully, my noble Lord of Bedford, my dear Lord Gloucester, and my good Lord Exeter, and my kind kinsmen, warriors all, adieu!
Farewell, good Salisbury, and good luck go with thee.
Farewell, good lord. Fight valiantly today.
He is as full
and
of
yet
valor.
I do thee wrong to remind thee of it, for thou art framed in the very truth of valor.
He is as full of valor as of kindness, princely in both.
Oh, that we now had here but 1/10,000 of those men in England that do no work today.
What's he that wishes so? My cousin Westmoreland. No, my fair cousin. If we are marked to die, we are now to do our country loss. And if to live, the fewer men, the greater share of honor. God's will, I pray thee, wish not one man more. By Jove, I'll not covetous for gold, nor care I who doth feed upon my cost. It yearns me not of men my garments wear, such outward things dwell not in my desires. But if it be a sin to covet honor, I am the most offending soul alive. No, faith, my cuz, wish not a man from England. God's peace I would not lose. So great an honor as one man more, methinks, would share from me, for the best hope I have. Oh, do not wish one more. Rather, proclaim it, Westmoreland, through my host, that he which hath no stomach to this fight, let him depart. His passport shall be made, and crowns for convoy put into his purse. We would not die in that man's company that fears his fellowship to die with us. This day is called the Feast of Crispin. He that outlives this day will stand at tiptoe when the day is named, and rouse him at the name of Crispin. He that shall live this day and see old age will yearly on the vigil feast his neighbors and say, tomorrow is Saint Crispin. Then will he strip his sleeve and show his scars and say, these wounds I had on Crispin's day. Old men forget, yet all shall be forgot. But he'll remember, with advantages, what feats he did that day. Then shall our names, familiar in his mouth as household words, Harry the King, Bedford and Exeter, Warwick and Talbot, Salisbury and Gloucester, be in their flowing cups freshly remembered. This story shall the good man teach his son, and Crispin shall ne'er go by from this day to the ending of the world, but we in it shall be remembered. We few, we happy few, we band of brothers, for he today that sheds his blood with me shall be my brother, be he ne'er so vile, this day shall gentle his condition, and gentlemen in England now abed shall think themselves accursed they were not here, and hold their manhoods cheap, whilst any speaks that fought with us upon St. Crispin's day!
Aye! My sovereign lord, bestow yourself with speed. The French are bravely in their battle set, and will with all expedients charge on us.
All things be ready if our minds be so.
Perish the man whose mind is backward now.
Thou dost not wish more help from England, coz.
God's will, my liege. Would you and I alone, without more help, could fight this royal battle?
Aye.
Why, now thou hast unwished 5,000 men, which likes me better than to wish us one. You know your places, God be with you all.
Once more I come to know of thee, King Harry, if for thy ransom thou wilt now compound before thy most assured overthrow. For certainly thou art so near the gulf thou needs must be inglutted. Besides, in mercy the constable desires thee thou wilt mind thy followers of repentance, that their souls may make a peaceful and a sweet retire from off these fields where wretches their poor bodies must lie and fester.
Who hath sent thee now?
The constable of France.
I pray thee, bear my former answer back. Bid them achieve me, and then sell my bones!
Aye.
Good God! Why should they mock poor fellows thus? The man that once did sell the lion's skin while the beast lived was killed in hunting him. And many of our bodies shall no doubt find native graves, upon the which I trust shall witness living brass of this day's work. And those that leave their valiant bones in France, dying like men, though buried in your dunghills, they shall be famed. For there the sun shall greet them, and draw their honors reeking up to heaven, leaving their earthly parts to choke your clime, the smell whereof shall breed a plague in France. Mark then, abounding valor in our English, that being dead, like to the bullets grazing, break out into a second course of mischief, killing in relapse of mortality. Let me speak proudly. Tell the constable, we are but warriors for the working day. Our gayness and our guilt are all besmirched with rainy marching in the painful field. There's not a piece of feather in our host. Good argument, I hope it will not fly. And time hath worn us into slavery. But by the mass, our hearts are in the trim. And my poor soldiers tell me yet ere night they'll be in fresher robes, or they will pluck the gay new coats of the French soldiers' heads and turn them out of service. Which if they do, as if God please, they shall. My ransom will soon be levied. Harold, say thee thy labor. Come no more for ransom, gentle Harold. They shall have none, I swear, but these my joints.
Aye.
Which if they have, as I will leave them, shall yield them little. Tell the constable.
I shall, King Harry, and so fare thee well. Thou never shalt hear Harold any more.
I fear thou'lt once more come for ransom.
My lord, most humbly on my knee, I beg the leading of vow.
Take it, brave York. Now, soldiers, march away, and how thou pleasest God. Dispose